I'm not afraid.
Yeah. It's been a ride. I guess I had to go to that place.
Alright guys, here we are again. We're going to go over another technique, and again, this is kind of a reward for my guys who opt into my email list. It's probably the best move you can do in a real self-defense fight, a real street fighting situation. It's also very, very good for high-level MMA, Brazilian jiu-jitsu. It's great. It's called the rear naked choke, or as they say in Brazil, mata-leão, which means lion killer. And I apologize if my Portuguese isn't super good. I'm working on that, okay? But the rear naked choke, I've been in a lot of street fights. I feel very fortunate that I can speak from experience. I'm not proud of all the street fights I've been in, but I grew up in a pretty rough area of Philly, and fighting was just, it was what it was. So I have a lot of experience in these real situations, and I know for a fact that the rear naked choke will work on anybody. It is realistic, it works. Believe me, guys. I've had 8-year-old kids put me in this move, and I almost pass out. If I didn't tap, I probably would have. So let me show you how we do this here. For today, we're going to show it from just having the partner kind of kneel down, and we'll go behind them and we're going to show it from a very, very general position. It may not be like this all the time, but if I have Micro just kind of down on his knees here, or sitting on his butt, whatever, I'm going to come behind him, and again, we're just working on the choke, so we're not going to do any positioning sequences, just the choke. I want to start by coming around his neck and under his chin. This is really important. Be under the guy's chin. If you go on his jaw, you're not going to actually choke him, you're just going to crush his face. The effects are totally different, okay? So I want to be here, around his neck here, and I want to get below his chin. And another very important detail is I want to make sure my elbow lines up with his chin, not the blade of my wrist across his throat. That's no good. You might collapse the guy's windpipe and kill him. You be very careful, okay? We want to come here, all the way around the neck, elbow lining up with the chin. From here, my arm that went around the neck, which you guys can all see is my left arm here, is going to grab onto the right bicep, and the right arm is going to go behind the head and block. And I make a fist just like this. So it looks like this here. Like so. This is a common misconception. Everyone thinks that the hand behind the head actually pushes the head forward. It does not. The hand behind the head does not push the head forward. It's designed to block headbutts. If I go in here like this and I don't put that hand behind, I just do this, he can buck up and knock out my teeth, break my nose, break my cheekbone. I want to come in here, now he goes to headbutt me. Not going to happen anymore. So that's the reason the hand goes behind the head. But the hand behind the head does not push forwards. Everyone always does it like that. No. It just stays there to block headbutts. From here, I squeeze him kind of like I was giving him a really, really big bear hug, but the kind that's going to put him unconscious, okay? So here I squeeze, just like so, and finish, okay? When you squeeze, guys, remember, it's not a squeeze and a release, like you're just going, and you let it go. It's not like that. It's kind of like a snake. You think of like an anaconda or any kind of a boa constrictor, any kind of Burmese python. When they get in here and they squeeze, it's a slow, steady squeeze. It's not like a strike, okay? Here, I come around the neck, get my elbow under his chin, grab my bicep. This hand's going to come up and behind the head, right here. Sometimes you can't get the hand behind the head and you end up putting the hand on top of the head. This is okay, but this is much better, okay? From here, I want to put my chin on top of my knuckles and I want to squeeze. Just like so. Everyone always asks me about the eye gouging. Yes, it is possible the guy will try to gouge your eyes. There's two things that stop this. One, if you shut your eyes really hard, it's actually very difficult to penetrate and get to the eyes. Plus, keep this in mind, this is very important. He may be thinking about eye gouging. I give you that. But he will stop thinking about that quickly when his neck starts getting really, really tight and he can't breathe. He's going to forget the eye gouging and try to grab your arm, and then he's unconscious. He'll go unconscious and he will be out cold. Again, here, he might be thinking eye gouging. He will forget that quickly. So don't worry about the eye gouging. Listen, all the street fights I've been in my life, I've never gotten eye gouged. Never. Not saying it can't happen, but it's never happened to me. And this rear naked choke has worked for me time and time again. Listen, if you opt into my email list and you learn only one move from my email list, you say, oh man, I watched them all, I only learned one thing, make this the move that you know, the rear naked choke. Believe me, it will save you time and time again.